We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Check.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Silver. Listen to me.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey, Alpha.
First down. Here's Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack, but they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
You bring up 48. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. Hey, 382, lay 50. Hey, exit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 9. Quick.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Austin. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the Vikings' 43-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's set a tone.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
I don't even know why this team showed.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the pistol, they'll run what to do with it. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Cousins on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Good routes here. 48.
Now Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Mike 55. Better bring it. You better.
3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a... And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled. He's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, watch that. Go. 54. Mike, 50.
Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
55's mine, guys. 55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Wilson has it. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Elliott running right. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 480. Mike's by 4. Ricker. Switch it. Hey, here we go. 46. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just, here we go. Kill. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Here we go. We're going to 53. 54. Watch the pass.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 480. Check. 59. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, switch gears. Kill. Here we go. Going to 54. 180. Mike, check. 59. Come for you. Here we go. Going to 54. 180. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On second and 11 now. Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
Hey, no, easy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on second and 8. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Brings up third and
1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Prescott. They're able to locate Wilson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike, go to 54. Go to 54.
On first down, Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
47. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 56.
Throwing on second down. Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball doing it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Watch the twist.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Out. They're going to 53. Check 4.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
54 is Mike. Check. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Check.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. 16 yards, a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Draw play, Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Abdullah, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, Echo. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. What's that?
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
55, Mike, guy, 55. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. And come on out here, come get some.
Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got it. Mike 55, Mike 55. You go 47. Come on.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. But they needed to break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play in football.
Cousins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 54. I got you, punk. Jam.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They keep on the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch 54. Know your job.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing. Cousins. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 48, Mike, 48.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but it'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's get it. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Danny. First. 55, Mike. 55. You got to get. Hey, Delta.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. But a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
We want it. Come to my world. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Shoot.
Again, it's Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
on 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
65-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he could make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And this is incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there. 54, right there. Go. Get out there.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Mike 54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Cowboys, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Get up! 180! Get up! 180! What do you have? Get up! 180! Get up! 180! What do you have? Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! What do you have, man? Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! Good! Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! What up? Get up! 180! Good! Get up! 180! What do you have? Get up! 180! What up? Sit up! 180! Sit up! Sit up! 180! Hut! Sit up! 180! Sit up! Sit up! 180! Sit up! Sit up! 180! Put your hands! Sit up! 180! On your head! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! On your head, head! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Hut! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Hut! Sit up! 180! On your head! Sit up! 180! Put up! Sit up! 180! Stop!